Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Hard running there. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was looking for his main man. He wanted to focus in on him. He wanted to force feed him the football. Nice job by the defense. Great coverage. Great job knocking the ball away.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Tatum. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Wow, just shedding tackles. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
How about that change up on 3rd down? You're expecting pass, 3rd and long, and they slip a run in there? Man, really took advantage of the defense playing the sticks, playing 3rd down and long, and got it, and boy, did it pay off.
And that it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Owens. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Knocked down immediately. Nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Quarterback running on the draw. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting a big stop.
The toss to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He put it out there. And the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Complete in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. All down, but they'll move the sticks. Picks up the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's Kearney. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Quarterback keeper. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The extra point here would tie the game. And right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Owens. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. Powers through. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Lockett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll.
Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense got it. They're on the run. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. What a missed opportunity for this offense.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get it for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Ramsey with the stiff arm. The Longhorns have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Owens. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Release to the back. Got a man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Nevada. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He might want another play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pick off to stop the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Tatum. Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had...
Turning it on! There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win and contend.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Owens. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
The run from the shotgun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see what they do on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give from the gun. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return will be knocked down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. Gashes him in the middle. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Out of the gun, the give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to pass, it's Owens. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got it in the middle. It's McCutcheon. At the 35, he's got room. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Love the grab just past the first down line to allow the drive to continue. So that's a nice play by the QB and receiver there.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sorsby. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting...
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fires to the middle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys.
There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field. Easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here. He cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He's got it in the end zone from the 2 as they draw a little closer. They march 72 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Punt is on its way. Nestles it in at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Catch in the middle, it's Kent. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Finds a man on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Floating away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Motion from the back. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Trying play action. Now sliding to his left. He'll pull it down and run. Only a short gain on that run. Played it well.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking to pass. It's Owens. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking for space. It's Terry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with mechanics. And you can tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. And the Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Snap it to the back. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. He had a whole host of defenders he had to dodge in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Navy. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Looking down the middle. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Breaks the tackle. There he goes to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. That's caught. It's Gibson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Sooners will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Sorsby. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Offense set on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Buys a little time. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made
another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Looking for more room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The toss to the outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last two drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.